If you're thinking about visiting the Palm Springs area, in this video, I'm gonna share with you my ultimate guide for the Palm Springs area. I'm 34 and I've been coming here my entire life and live here as a full-time resident. I've lived in almost every city in the valley, so I can't wait to show you some of the things you need to do when you're in town. My name's Tommy Jordan, your Palm Springs area realtor. Before we get started, you know what to do. Like and subscribe if you're interested in learning about the Palm Springs area on a weekly basis. So in this ultimate guide, I'm going to cover cities from Palm Springs going all the way over to La Quinta and Indio. Now, in this video, I can't possibly cover everything there is to do, but I'm going to give you a lot of great recommendations for restaurants, hiking trails, cool neighborhoods to check out, big events that happen in the desert, so many things. So let's just get started. One of the first things you should do is go to the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. This is a fun thing to do in summer because when you go up to the top of the San Jacinto Mountain, it's 20 to 30 degrees cooler. So that's a great thing if you want to just beat the heat if you're here staying. But in the wintertime, it's especially fun because you could be on the desert floor, and you're in the desert. And then all of a sudden you take the tram up and then there's snow and it's just cool. There's a bunch of trails up there. So that's one of my favorite things to do, even with my kids to this day. The next thing you need to do, we're starting with the city of Palm Springs, if you haven't noticed, is visit one of the cool neighborhoods in Palm Springs. Like I recommend checking out Old Las Palmas, or the Movie Colony, or Vista Las Palmas. And you could check out homes like this, This is Villa Paradiso. And Cary Grant, the famous actor, don't worry, I've never seen a Cary Grant movie either. So if you don't know who I'm talking about, it's okay. My mom would be like, how do you not know who Cary Grant is? Maybe a lot of you do know who Cary Grant is because most of the people I help are in their 60s, so I guess that's from that time. But check it out. It's still cool, We could all appreciate history. This is an amazing estate and you could just drive around it and you could see how cool it is. You could see a lot of other homes. Like for example, if you go on Google Maps, you could go to Movie Colony, check out Frank Sinatra's home. But what's even better when you're here, forget Google Maps. You could drive around and check out these neighborhoods yourself. The next thing you should do, on my list is go to Murray Canyon Trail. So if you go to South Palm Springs, there are some really great hiking trails. And this website right here, Go Wander Wild, you can look it up, Take a screenshot. They have a really good guide about the hike to the Seven Falls, and it's really cool. Look at these pictures, It's like an oasis in the middle of the desert. It's a pretty easy hike. I've actually done this with my little kids. I was even front packing one of our little kids. You have a lot of kids when you got to start wearing them on your chest. But let me show you. I'm scrolling down. You could just see some of the pretty, they're getting like real romantic here in this blog article. But look at this. There's a waterfall. Now, to see the waterfall, usually it's after a good rainfall. I would say maybe March or April to see the waterfall, But sometimes it's there and it's a beautiful sight to see. The next thing you need to do is visit downtown Palm Springs, We have a Starbucks Reserve, which there's not a lot of those in the world. They have a lot of unique drinks, but just go down and you could see all the fun stores and shops. You could go to great restaurants in downtown Palm Springs, like The Farm, like Wilma and Frida's. You have Sherman's Deli and Bakery, which is really great. And also I recommend right around downtown Palm Springs, not far, Billy Reed's, This is a classic restaurant. It's been in Palm Springs since like the 70s. And this is a really fun place just to have breakfast at or even, grab a bite to eat at lunch. The last thing I have to say about Palm Springs, because there's just so much to do there, is visit during Modernism Week. You could see tickets go on sale November 1st, February 13th to the 23rd. It's just so much fun. Do one of these bus tours, I actually did one with my mom. Shout out my mother. And it was just so much fun. These tour guides just know so much about the history of Palm Springs. And on the bus tour is great because you could see most of Palm Springs, all of the different neighborhoods. They do have walking tours, which are pretty cool because you get a more in-depth view at some of the neighborhoods. You spend more time on that neighborhood because you're just walking, versus on the bus it's more of a great overview of the city. But if you don't feel like walking, take the bus. It's pretty cool. Now let's transition over to Rancho Mirage. Rancho Mirage is just a few minutes away from Palm Springs. And if you want to see the entire Coachella Valley, take Highway 111 and you could go from Palm Springs to, say, Indio in maybe 35 to 40 minutes. It's really not that long, and it's a good way just to see the valley. So let's talk about some things to do in Rancho Mirage. Sunnyland Center and Gardens is one of them. It's free, okay? The Anaberga State still owns Sunnylands. You could actually tour the house, and that costs, so you have to make a reservation. But you could take a look at the gardens that are completely free. It's a 15-acre garden, and all the desert plants are just so cute, like barrel cactus right here. And you could just go to the website if you want to find out more. By the way, another really cool garden to check out, okay, is not just Sunnylands, but over in Palm Springs, you have Morton's Botanical Garden over in South Palm Springs. So if you're into landscaping, if you got a green thumb, check out these two gardens, okay? The next thing you should really do in Rancho Mirage, because you just have to, is go over to the river, okay? The river, you know, it's cool. I don't sound too enthusiastic, do I? It's really pretty to walk around. Like, there's water wrapping around it. You could see on this map right here. Okay, we have a theater here, which is a really nice theater actually. And I'm trying to like sell this here, but it's just pretty to walk around. We have a lot of restaurants there, like Cheesecake Factory and PF Chang, you know, so nothing too exciting, but it's just something to do. It's like all that Rancho Mirage really has in terms of like shopping areas, because most of the Rancho Mirage is very high-end country club and gated communities and estates. Okay, that's really Rancho Mirage. So unless you're getting into these communities, there's not much to see. If you want to see cool real estate, you could actually go right over here to Magnesia Falls Cove, and it's one of the large non-gated areas of Rancho Mirage. Now let's go over to El Paseo, because El Paseo is located in Palm Desert, okay? Palm Desert's one of the largest cities in the desert. It's really in the center of the Coachella Valley, all right? El Paseo has been called the Beverly Hills of the desert, or the Rodeo Drive, okay, of the desert. They actually do have a Gucci store and, you know, some other high-end stuff, Tiffany, Louis Vuitton, okay? So, you know, it gets bougie. You also have an Apple store, Lululemon, you know, so that's cool. But the Tommy Bahama's restaurant, Tommy Bahama, it's super fun. You feel like you're on vacation. They'll have music playing. You could sit out, look at the mountains, the view. Another good restaurant is Wilma and Frida's, okay? That's located right by Saks Fifth Avenue. That's something you should definitely check out. Other notable places you should visit around El Paseo, I would visit Keaty's Fountain and Grill. It's just like an old school diner. It's been in the valley for a while. And if you want a high-end, very nice dinner, go down to El Paseo, more on the east end, and you will find Mitch's, okay? And honestly, it's just such a good restaurant. Here it is, Mitch's on El Paseo. Mitch owns it and his wife, and it's incredible. Every time I go there, it's such a good experience. Like, you'll see Mitch like cleaning tables and stuff, and you're just like, who are you? You're amazing, okay? And by the way, Jillian's is a famous restaurant. It's a very well-known, and you know, it deserves to be on my list. It's a good place to eat as well. So Mitch's, Jillian's, you can't go wrong. Now, if you're looking to do a little activity, you definitely got to go to the Living Desert Zoo and Gardens. Okay, it's actually right down Portola, right by El Paseo. I told you the desert's small. You can get around it pretty quickly. The Living Desert Zoo and Gardens, it's our, wow, look at this video. It is our zoo in the Coachella Valley, all right? And they have a lot of really cool desert animals. You could feed the giraffes, which is really fun. I've done that like multiple times with my kids. We do it once a year, okay? Kids love animals, you know, and adults do too. So check out Living Desert Zoo and Gardens. And the next thing you should do in Palm Desert. Palm Desert has a lot too, like Palm Springs. So I'm spending a little more time on Palm Desert. Check out the McCallum Theater, okay? It's not far from Palm Desert, and you'll just have a lot of different acts there. Comedians, dancers, all kinds of different things, I think they've had like Rod Stewart, big acts, small acts, the McCallum Theater. It's pretty great. During the season, really starts in November, going to May. So during the season in the Valley, January, February, March, April, that's when it's going to be most happening. And when you have a lot of great acts at the McCallum Theater and a lot of just great events happening in general. Let's look at one of the last things you should do in Palm Desert is book a tee time. Desert Willow Golf Resort, not far from El Paseo. They have a great public golf course, and everyone says it's really awesome. So all my clients. So that's why I'm recommending it to you. Now, if we go to the next city, Indian Wells. Indian Wells doesn't have a lot going on. It's a very small city. Okay. But they do have a nice little shopping area. And let's just drop our little guy here on the map. All right. If you go to Indian Wells, go to IW Coffee. They have an elephant chai and a tiger chai. Super, super good. Okay. And they have a little great Mexican restaurant over here. I can't think of the name, but if you go, you'll see it. And they have Eureka. Eureka is just right around the corner, right here. This is like a good chain restaurant in California, so it's nothing like just local to the desert, but it's something that you should definitely check out nonetheless. Now, what Indian Wells does have is the infamous BNP Paribas tennis tournament. Okay. You have all the greats like Roger Federer, Serena, Venus Williams, just everybody who's anybody, Novak Djokovic there. And it's a lot of fun. So, and that takes place during the season. So if we zoom in on Indian Wells, right over here, you see the Indian Wells Tennis Garden, and it's just like a super good time. Even if you're like not a huge tennis fan, you got to go to the Indian Wells Tennis Tournament once. You could buy tickets right here, on Google or wherever browser you're just on their website. Okay. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Now, let's head over to La Quinta. That is the next city that we need to really take a look at. Now, if you're going to go to La Quinta, there's one place that you need to go, and it's Old Town La Quinta, okay? It's actually right by the La Quinta Resort, which is a very high-end, nice hotel to stay at. All right. That's one of the oldest actually hotels in the entire Coachella Valley. Celebrities, actors, actresses, and writers would come down to the La Quinta Resort in like the 30s to get away. So that's something you should check out. Old Town La Quinta is right here. Okay. Super cute, super fun to walk around. Let me show you. Let me just drop this little guy right here. And you could just look how charming this is, okay? Look at this. So this is something fun. If you're in La Quinta, you have to take a look at Old Town La Quinta. This is like really happening. Now, they do have in La Quinta a lot of big box stores like Costco and blah, 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 blah. And that's over here, okay? But it's like, you didn't come here to go to Costco. If you're living here, yeah, Costco's awesome. But if you're here on vacation, you don't care about Costco. So one thing you need to look at doing is the farmers market, okay? Starting in this season, October 6th through May, just like I was sort of telling you, is a farmers market that takes place on the weekends in Old Town La Quinta. Super cute. Buy some organic raw honey, raw milk, some celery, farm to table kind of stuff. That's what you're going to be doing here. The next thing you need to do in La Quinta is check out some great restaurants. Now, one of my favorite restaurants is Enzo's, okay? It's right over here. I don't know if it's Enzo's Bistro and Bar. I just know it's Enzo's. I don't know the full name. But you could either eat at the restaurant portion or at the bar. The bar's great because it's like half off and it's just a cool vibe. Love their Arnold Palmers. They make them with like this pink Italian lemonade. Really great. You have Roadrunner, which is just like a really popular restaurant. Stuffed pizza, which is delicious. Also some other cool restaurants. Higher end is Arnold Palmer's. restaurant, that's a great kind of special occasion, or if you just want to go somewhere nice, because why not? You're on vacation or you're looking to live here. And by the way, if you're looking to live here, I just wanted to say I'm helping people buy and sell real estate every single day from YouTube. So I would love to help you. So don't be shy. People are literally calling me like probably right now as I'm filming this video. Next spot you need to look at is that has actually happened before. So if I don't call you back, I'm probably showing clients or filming a video. So Lavender Bistro, okay? You're going to just think I sit behind the camera all day. Actually, this actually doesn't take that long, by the way. It might take me to film and edit a video because I do it all myself, maybe like an hour at the most, okay? So Lavender Bistro, another really great restaurant that you need to check out. So if we want to see some other cool things to do in La Quinta, that would be PGA West. If you love to golf, you need to check out America's Western home of golf, all right? They have private and public courses, but PGA West, that's just a no-brainer. It's so pretty back there with all the different lakes and the Santa Rosa Mountains, and you see a lot of great, amazing real estate. I actually helped a few people, like in the last few months, buy over here in PGA West. So love it. Now, the next thing you need to do, if you're going to be in this area and say you're in Indio, obviously, Indio, you have the Coachella Music Festival. It takes place at the Empire Polo Club, okay? So that's cool. I'm not even going to show a website. Everyone knows Coachella. But if you zoom in on the Empire Polo Club, something really cool is go to the tack room, but what I like even better than the tack room is the cantina. The cantina is like this little dive bar kitchen place, but they have amazing tacos. And when you eat, you literally sit and look at the polo fields and the mountains, and it's gorgeous. And you have everyone, people who because polo is pretty big out here in the desert. So you have the people who ride their horses, people who take care of them, locals, people on vacation. It's just a fun vibe, okay? So the last thing I want to tell you about, if you're over here in this Indio area, is Everbloom Coffee. I love coffee. I do. I've been to probably every coffee place in California. Not really, but that's just, it's like a hobby of mine, okay? So Everbloom, it's started by some locals. It's doing really well. Want to support locals? Check out Everbloom Coffee. That's the video. That was really just all over the place, but I wanted to show you a lot of fun things to do through every city. So if you like this video, make sure to like, share it with a friend, say hi in the comments, and call me if you're thinking about moving out here or selling a home. And check out this playlist right here if you want to learn more about the Coachella Valley.